Hi, welcome back to another video. For most people, it is an unavoidable reality of training. Injuries will happen. But while some may be just down to bad luck, many are avoidable. And with sensible training, resting when necessary, and working on the basics of strength and conditioning, you can make yourself as robust and injury-proof as possible. Muscle tears, strains, ligament and tendon injuries, and lower back problems can and do occur. But the incidence of these injuries can be significantly decreased by following these 10 simple, safe, easy to follow and common sense injury prevention precautions so you can train for longer, harder and more productively. If you like this video and find this useful, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is completely free of charge, but will help the channel to grow. Thank you. Training injuries suck. I have first-hand experience of these training injuries as I have had 5 separate surgeries in the last 5 years. Tennis elbows, golfer's elbows, rotator cuff tear, shoulder impingement. And today, I'm going to give you 10 key tips to prevent injury in the gym so that you can keep making progress and stay fit, especially as you age. Well, the first thing to acknowledge is injuries happen, but they happen whether you work out or not. And if you don't work out and are frail as a result, they tend to be a lot worse. But nobody wants to be injured in the process of trying to make themselves fit and healthy. Properly performed strength training is one of the safest exercises possible. Even so, injuries cannot be totally avoided, but most are preventable. And preventing injuries while lifting is an important skill for athletes of aging. So your injury prevention program starts today with these 10 simple guidelines. And just to be clear, we're talking here about injuries sustained during exercises, and not the kind of injuries that occur while people lose a bench press in the mouth because they're over-ambitious with the weight used or not using a spotter. That's about gym safety, which is another topic. And we're just going to assume that you have good equipment in good working order, in a clean, well-ventilated facility without a lot of gear adrift, creating potential impact hazards. I also assume that you're using spotters when needed and that you're not doing weird, dangerous stuff like this. With all that out of the way, let me share with you tips that will reduce the chance of workout injuries. Number 1, you've got to warm up. This is so important because soft tissue that is cold is less well perfused with blood and is less compliant, which is a fancy way of saying that it is less flexible. It resists stretching more than warm tissue. And so to a point, we want the tissue to stretch smoothly and freely under a load. Cold, underperfused muscles and other soft tissues, including tendons and ligaments, are more likely to frail under loading, meaning they are more likely to strain and tear. Well, it is important here to consider 2 types of warming up. The first is the general warm-up, which happens at the beginning of the warm-up process, and is best composed of a simple, gentle, whole-body routine that raises your heart and breathing rates and your body temperature. This could involve some light jogging on the treadmill for 5 to 10 minutes. The second type is a more specific warm-up, which is performed prior to you performing each new exercise in the workout as an unloaded or lightly loaded performance of that exercise. So the specific warm-up for a squat workout is unloaded squats or air squats. And this is a critical aspect for injury prevention in a gym. Number 2, don't perform static stretches before workouts, because static stretching before workout doesn't improve performance or prevent injury, rather more likely the contrary. We want our muscles and tendons to be compliant, but we don't want to extinguish or blunt the stretch reflex, and we don't want the muscle to lengthen too much under loading. So avoid pre-workout yoga, perform dynamic stretching instead pre-workout. Static stretching after training, however, may improve blood flow, increase flexibility between sessions, and reduce soreness. Number 3, proper exercise selection is critical for preventing injuries in the gym. The barbell prescription hinges on the squat, press, bench press, and deadlift, plus the conditioning component, because these are the exercises that confer the most benefits and build the most strength. More importantly, these exercises all fit the most important criteria, that is safety. However, Your particular situation, especially after 50 or 60s, may require some modifications. Almost everybody can bench press and deadlift and perform some form of squat. But if you're over 40, you are well advised to carefully individualize your exercise selection with a view to your individual capacity and injury prevention. And this is where personal training is invaluable. Number 4, follow your program and don't get greedy. You want to be safe in the gym. Stay on your program. Regular, measured, consistent gains are what training is all about. Ego lifting and greed are the single best way to get hurt in the gym. Number 5, use good form. Exercises are only safe and effective if they are performed properly. Minor form errors are not something to freak out about. Everybody displays minor errors, but major deviations from form distort the mechanics of the movement and pose a potential for injury. Now, if you have good form during warm-ups, but your form completely falls apart at working weights, your working weights are clearly too high. Adjust accordingly. The extra 5, 10 or 20 pounds isn't worth it. Now, if your form is a mess during warm-ups, get some coaching. It's worth it at many levels, and injury prevention in the gym is the most important. Number 6, don't train unrecovered. You know that recovery is an essential part of the entire training process. And unless medically indicated, don't train fasted. Don't train when you are tired through sleeplessness, sick, dehydrated, or distracted. And don't use heavy loading on injured body parts that haven't healed. Following on from number 6. Number 7, rest between sets. This is so critical, but so frequently neglected. Failure to rest between sets is one of the most common errors. Generally speaking, depending on the weight you're lifting and your goals, you need 1 to 5 minutes rest between most work sets. And if you don't take it and give your muscles and metabolism a chance to recover from set to set, you're risking injury from either form error or simply lack of force production. Number 8, use support as indicated or advised by your coach. We're talking here about wrist reps, knee support, straps, belts, and the like. If you need them, put them on proudly. Work out comfortably and train productively and safely. Number 9, avoid training in excessive cold or heat. This is good advice for any athlete, but particularly for the older population. This is because cold, as we have mentioned earlier, affect tissue temperature and circulation, resulting in stiff, non-compliant soft tissues predisposing to injury. Excessively hot training environments have wide-ranging effect on physiology and metabolism, especially in adults over 50 or 60, and can even pose a risk of hypothermia, muscle breakdown, or even organ failure. And hot environments are particularly bad for those with heart failure, because we thermoregulate in much the same way as a refrigerator cools food, which means that we need a good pump. Mild or subclinical heart failure is more common in older adults than you might think, and many of them train as they should, but hot temperatures put them at a higher risk. The bottom line is, work out in a well-ventilated environment at a temperature that is comfortable for you while you're working out. Finally, number 10, listen to your body. The longer you train, the more you're able to tell the differences between a minor inconsequential discomfort or something that is more sinister. If you feel a muscle belly strain in a way you haven't before, or you have a joint that is getting really annoyed with what you are doing, or you feel like you're pushing something beyond its limits, rack the bar and evaluate what is going on. Talk to your coach if you have one. If the pain disappears and you think you can go on, try the movement with light weight, like an empty bar. And remember, it is never wrong to consult with a healthcare professional who understands your training if you are not sure. I'm not going to say, don't be a hero, because you are a hero. You come to the gym to train hard, to do something difficult that most people unfortunately can't even be bothered to do. That is the heroic part. Continue to perform an exercise that is actively hurting you and threatening injury. That is the silly part, so don't be that fool. There are obviously other tips for training safety, but these are, in my opinion, the most critical. If you follow these 10 simple rules, you are less likely to get injured, and you will be able to perform regular and productive training that will make you stronger, healthier, and stay younger. Until next week, take care. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is free of charge but will help the channel to grow. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness or losing weight, if you suffer from or wish to prevent back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon worldwide. Thank you.